My daughter learned to drive on the Leaf.
Me too.
Got her license. So she only drove EV until she had to get something else. This past weekend, she just because part of the deal is I said you have to buy your own gas. I'm not buying the gas for your vehicle.
Yeah.
If you want to have a Leaf, you get free electricity at home. And of course, for her, I thought that was an advantage, and for me, I knew she wasn't going to go 3 states away, not quickly anyway. So she texted me a note that said, "I'm so sad," and took a picture of her first gas receipt. It was like $78, and I said, "You should have gotten the Leaf." She's like, "Well, oh right," and but.
I like the not having to go to a gas station.
Yeah.
You know, I come home, I plug in my car, and I go in the house. You know,
everybody needs their story. I mean, a friend of mine bought one of the luxury Teslas. You know, and he's got the means to do it. It's a great looking car. It's expensive because it has many more batteries. That's why it can go 300 miles. He says, listen, the amount of time, 10 or 15 minutes at the gas station, the amount of time I travel, I figured out it was like 6 or 7 days of my life, and I calculated that out as how much money I'm making when I'm on the road.
Yeah.
And he realized that was his rationalization. But really, when you get to EV, is it yes or no? Is it going to be a success or not a success? I think you can see this happening. The tipping point is on its way. Yes, cost remains a factor, and are you going to get when can you make a Leaf go 300 miles? Well, you can't. I mean, you can put more batteries in it.
I was going to say you
just
just put more batteries
because
it's not practical.
The best example for me was someone said a computer used to be this big and now it's this big.
Right.
It's because it's technology based, but this is chemistry. Batteries are chemistry. So each of the batteries is so big, they're only going to be able to get it so much more efficient and smaller weight, but they're not going to be able to make it this big so you can just power your Leaf on a battery this big.
Right.
So it's not going to happen. But I think that the acceptance is there, and the more people that drive them, they go, wow, I can't believe it. As the price point has come down, that's going to make it better. More competitors, more acceptance, and I think it is definitely going to be on its way. And I think there's a lot of discussion as to 100% electric versus like the Volt, which is, well, I'll call it a compromise.
You guys took a direct stab at it with the gas powered everything, which I loved.
Yeah.
Let's not beat around the bush.
But I think that that's it's $10,000 more for basically a hybrid in many ways.
Right.
Now, I'd say get a Prius. They're darn good cars. Now listen, they're 100% electric for 30 or 35 miles, and then it's a backup, with the backup power plant. But why carry 2 power plants with you is kind of what I look. I applaud them for listen. Everybody's trying different things to find out where the market's at. So I don't. But for me, I do think electric, 100% electric. It's bound to continue to improve. But
if you're a family, one of my rationalizations was okay, well, if I have a big trip, switch the wife. She's got a short trip relatively.
Yeah.
We don't switch. I mean, I rarely switch.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is another safety valve. If it's a good family car because if and it's made me a thoughtful driver, and I needed that. I was I was getting 5 tickets a year and driving a 6-speed supercharged Mini Cooper, and so this was a perfect car for me, and it's fun.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I've got plenty of friends who one in particular I saw pulled over in his Leaf on the side of the road he's going a little fast. These things are.
People ask me,
yeah,
how fast does it go? And I say, it goes 100. Here.
Yeah.
Boom.